Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. This video covers topic from macroeconomics, money. So let's find out what we'll be learning in this video. Number 1, we'll be talking about barter system and its drawbacks. Number 2, money and its functions. And number 3, money supply. So let's start. So what is actually a barter system? You all must have studied that when we exchange goods with goods, it is called barter exchange. Like you can see it on your screen, the two gentlemen are exchanging their goods with each other. So, in simple terms, it is a process where goods are exchanged or traded with goods. This is why an economy where barter exchange takes place is also called CC economy. But is this all we need to know about the barter exchange? Well, no. Remember, any barter exchange can take place only when there is double coincidence of wants. We'll discuss about this in the later part of the video. But before that, we need to learn about the failures of barter system. We need to know that why money was invented. So, the first drawback of barter system was lack of double coincidence of wants. The second one was lack of common measure of value. The third was lack of store of value. And fourth, lack of standard of deferred payment. Let's discuss about them in detail. So the first drawback was lack of double coincidence of wants. Now this was one of the major problem in the barter system. People had to search for other people who may own goods, which he needs to consume to satisfy his needs or wants. And at the same time, he should also own goods which the other person wants. Thus, this lack of double coincidence of wants was a major failure of barter system. The second drawback was lack of common measure of value. Now, unlike today, where we can easily determine the worth or value of any commodity in monetary terms, it was not so during barter system. As people used to merely exchange goods with goods, therefore, they did not consider the value of any commodity in respect to its price. Talking about the third drawback, lack of store of value. One of the failures of barter system was it does not hold good in case of perishable items or items which were big in size. People generally used to exchange cattle, horses, grains, etc. Thus, it was difficult to store them for the longer period of time. A big space was required to store such goods. The fourth drawback was lack of standard of deferred payment. Deferred payment means future payments. As barter exchange system on immediate exchange, thus there was no scope for any credit transaction or debt contracts. So unlike today, where we can purchase goods on credit and make payment in future, it was not so in barter system. So as we have learned that why barter system was unsuccessful, we can now find out that how money replaced barter system. So let's first talk about the definition of money. In the words of Professor Crowther, he defined money as anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange and at the same time acts as a measure of value and a store of value. So basically, what were the failures of barter system became the functions of money. Now, talking about the functions of money, it has been categorized into primary functions and secondary functions. So, the primary functions of money are medium of exchange, measure of value. The secondary functions of money are standard of deferred payment and store of value. Now let's discuss about them one by one. So the primary functions of money, number one was the medium of exchange. Money has actually simplified the exchange process, as unlike barter system, people don't have to search for other people having coincidence of wants. We can simply purchase any commodity by exchanging it with money. The second function was measure of value. So with the invention of money, every commodity can be measured in terms of money, determining its exchange value or the price of the commodity. Discussing about the secondary functions of money, the first one was standard of deferred payment. So with the introduction of money into an economy, the process of making any credit payments or debt contracts, or we can easily say that the lending and borrowing process has become more simplified. The second secondary function of money was store of value. So, as money has served as a store of value, this means that people can keep their wealth in the form of money. It is possible because money has general acceptability and it is secure and does not require much space to store. Now let's talk about what is money supply. So basically it refers to the total amount of money in an economy at a particular point of time held by all the people of a country in an economy. Money supply is a stock concept, and stock concept is always with reference to point of time. Now I know a question may have popped up into your mind that though it says money supply, yet it is studied as a stock concept. Why? Well, you see, when we say money supply, we mean that it's in circulation economy at a particular point of time, right? Now, in an economy, there are three major suppliers of money who regulates the money supply. The first one is the government. Second, the central bank of any country. Now, with the context of Indian economy, it is the Reserve Bank of India, RBI. And the third major supplier of money is the commercial banks. Now, let's talk about that how we actually measure the amount of money in an economy which is in circulation at the present moment. Now this can be measured with the help of the measures of money supply. So the first one is M1, second M2. The third measure of money supply is M3 and the fourth one is M4. So let's discuss about them in detail. The first measure of money supply M1 includes C, DD and OD. The C here refers to the currencies like coins and paper notes. The important facts for coins and paper notes to be known here is that coins and 1 rupee notes are issued by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India, whereas paper currency with denominations of 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500 and 2000 are issued by the Central Bank of India, that is RBI. Paper currency and coins are called fiat money as they are issued by the order of the government to act as a medium of exchange. This is why they are considered legal tender. That is, they are legally acceptable for any transactions or debt contracts. The DD here refers to demand deposits in the form of savings account and current account of the people with commercial banks. OD refers to the other form of deposits with RBI, such as deposits of any public financial institutions. Coming to the second measure of money supply, M2, which includes all the components of M1 and saving deposits with post office savings. The third measure of money supply, M3, includes all the components of M1 and time deposits with commercial banks. So what are time deposits? These are basically the deposits made into the fixed account of a commercial banks. They are called time deposits because these deposits can only be withdrawn after their maturity period. And finally, the fourth measurement of money supply includes all the components of M3 plus total deposits of post office saving banks, but it excludes NSC. NSC means National Savings Certificates. Now coming to the last portion of this video, well, this is just for an extra knowledge. We should know the few important terms about the money chapter. The first one is fiat money. Fiat money refers to that money which is issued by the order or authority of the government. Example, paper currencies and coins. The second term is high-powered money. It is the sum total of currency held by the public, vault cash of the commercial banks, and cash reserves of the commercial banks with the RBI. So high-powered money is also known as base money. The third term we need to know is legal tender money. Legal tender money refers to that money which is recognized by the law or the government for making any financial transactions and is valid for payments of debts. A legal action can be taken against a person who refuses to accept it. And the fourth term we need to know is fiduciary money. The fiduciary money refers to money which is used as a medium of exchange based on trust or confidence between. The example for fiduciary money are checks. So, at the last, we need to know that how money has evolved or changed its form from time to time. So, the exchange process initially used to happen with barter exchange, as we have learned earlier. Now, this barter exchange evolved into the golds. Finally, it changed its forms into metal coins, then into paper currencies or the paper money. Then it's changed its forms into the plastic cards or the ATMs or the debit or credit cards which we know, and they are famously known as plastic money. The recent form which we all are practicing these days, it's the electronic money or digital money. And finally, the latest form of money is the virtual currencies, the cryptocurrencies. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you.